Info Hub is coming to you from Essequibo, where government took its services to the people of the Pomeroon-Supernam region. Hello, it's Wednesday, May 29, and we have lots to tell you today. Residents of Region 2 are the latest beneficiaries of the Government Comes to You outreach, which was held at Damon Square and Regina. The activity is the first of its kind in the region, and residents have expressed their gratitude. The government of Guyana came to Region 2, and the Essequibians made the most of the opportunity to meet with the various ministries and agencies to have their issues addressed.
My name is Cleopatra Mentor.
Okay, and why are you here this morning?
I'm here concerning housing, to get a house lot.
Okay, did you apply before?
Yes, I applied since 2013, and every time I visit the office, they just said we have to wait until the minister come on the coast for the house lot, to allot us out for the house lot.
So where are you from, and where are you expecting to have this?
Well, I am from Adventure, and I'm expecting to receive my house lot this morning.
I come here because I need help. I'm a very poor lady, and I don't have my own home. I need a home, and because the place where I live in, I'm renting, and I have to pay rent and like bills and so, and it's very hard for me.
I got a little house land problem. So, and it is a force of this kind to like the service where I no notice. And that is very good. That the minister them get to the people. You understand? So it is a very nice service.
Stacey Fraser is a member of the coordinating committee for this series of outreaches by government.
For Region 2 specifically, it took early mornings, late nights, a lot of hard work, dedication, and committed public servants, persons who are committed to the greater good and really and truly want to see that citizens get the service that they deserve.
Apart from the Government Comes to You outreach, Regional Executive Officer Dennis Jaikaran Sr. also spoke of several major developmental projects currently being undertaken in Region 2.
The Supernam Waterfront project. I think that is a really, really massive project. It is of international standard, and we feel proud as Essequibians to be there. As it relates to education, recently we signed on to the design and supervision period of the construction of the Abramsville Secondary School, and this year that project is going to be awarded. So that is another plus for us in this region.
The regional administration has also started consultations for future projects.
We are expecting to provide for farmers more access road, more drainage and irrigation, rather better drainage and irrigation. And as it relates to schools and the health services, to ensure that those health centers, schools, hospitals are in good condition, so that we can deliver both the education program and the health program.
The coalition government continues to demonstrate its commitment to the developments of the Pomeroon-Supernam region, with several projects on the way that will see massive and life-changing improvements.
A new police station at Aurora on the Essequibo coast is one of the projects in the pipelines aimed at addressing security issues in the Pomeroon-Supernam region. This is according to Minister of Public Security, Kemraj Ramjatan, during today's Government Comes to You outreach. The minister stated that this is part of the Citizen Strengthening Security Program. The Public Security Minister is one of many ministers present who told InfoHub about their plans to further develop the county. Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson stated that a lot has been invested into Essequibo, starting with the rehabilitation of the Pre-Castelling. He disclosed that the ministry will continue to collaborate with the region to carry out infrastructure works.
We're looking to do some waterfront developments in Charity going forward. We're doing a lot of streets in collaboration with the region. We're doing a lot of streets. At Lima Sands, we did Lima Sands Phase 1. We do the Lima Sands Phase 2, the road to Kapui, bridges, there's a bridge at Rivers View we're doing. It's a whole program because we don't, like any other place in this country, this is very, very important to us.
Meanwhile, Minister of Business Hemraj Rajkumar is pushing for the county to become a tourist hotspot. He told InfoHub that the county has a lot of untapped resources.
I really would want to see Essequibo is a destination where people would want to come from overseas, even from other parts of Guyana, to visit our country. I think we have so much resources. We have the lakes, and you probably would have seen Supernam waterfront is developing into, to my mind, a gem.
Minister Rajkumar explained that the Guyana Tourism Authority is working on a Tri-Lake initiative, which is expected to boost tourism in the region. Reporting from Anna Regina with senior videographer Tejpal Bichmohan, Anara Khan for InfoHub.
Today, a mother of 3 became the proud owner of a house lot following intervention of the government outreach.
Mother of 3, Idealis Smith, was the first person to be allocated a house lot at the government Come See You outreach in Essequibo. Smith applied in 2012 and was overjoyed to have received a house lot at Ondernemen. She is currently renting at Sparrow Dam.
I didn't really expect that, but I so excited. I so happy about it. I was fed up with the rent house. I was talking about it. If Father could help me, I got to church Sunday again, and I said, Father, if you could help me, could get you with a house lot. Just a house lot alone, I would do what I have to do. But I don't want to live in no more rent house anymore. Up to this morning, I was talking. This morning, I was get up and I got on my knee and pray. And I was reading my Bible, the 23rd Psalm, I was praying with it. And I didn't expect to get it, and I'm so glad about it.
Reporting from Damon Square in Essequibo, I am Isaiah Braffett with videographer Leon Leung for InfoHub.
A number of farmers and vendors came out in their numbers at Damon Square, Anna Regina, to have their issues addressed. These range from drainage and irrigation to relocation from the charity waterfront as upgrade works continue.
Behind me is Amos Garraway, one of the farmers and vendors removed from the charity waterfront as they're undergoing upgrading works. His contention here today is that they've been removed, and where they've been placed, they're not fully allowed to sell. He's come to see what can be done on his behalf by the government.
We selling at the charity waterfront greens, and we normally bring out we produce from the river and Koja canal. But they're doing some work at the waterfront, and they remove us. But I understand that they remove us with the intention not to put us back there.
Garraway's mind was put to rest when he was able to secure a meeting with the REO and the charity NDC. Garraway was accompanied by another farmer who had deeper concerns.
We really suffering for get from we farm to the market at charity at Bamboo Bridge Head, because the canal is very shallow. The canal, they black up for a number of years, like about 20-something years, and they just all off the grass.
Officials from the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority reliably informed Lane that they did have plans to go in and clean the canal. However, due to the wet season, they weren't able to do so. Amos and Lane's stories are just 2 of the many success stories to come out from today's outreach. Reporting from Damon Square with videographer Kareem Peter.
When we return, Ministry of Public Infrastructure tackles issues ranging from unemployment and construction of roads, bridges, and other critical infrastructure in Region 2. Stay with us.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush and enriching rainforest, which provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. Many residents flocked the Ministry of Public Infrastructure's booth where government officials promptly addressed a number of their issues.
As residents pour into the government outreach just behind me in Damon Square in Regina, we will bring to you some of the success stories emanating from the Ministry of Public Infrastructure. The first resident visiting the Public Infrastructure's booth has traveled as far as the Pomeroon, and he tells us about his issue and how it was addressed.
Sometimes we get problems with the high water, and so we come to seek for assistance here so that we can get coke and get our place built up properly. We had to do an application, and so they would get back to us as soon as they process everything, and they would contact us back by our telephone numbers and so on. This is the first time I come here to seek assistance, and I trust that the requests we make would come true.
InfoHub got the opportunity to speak with a logger from Bacall who tells us about his experience today.
The road ain't good and the bridges then break down due to bicycling when they used to work in there. When they leave, they cut the bridge beam. So when you drive on the bridge, the whole bridge breaking down. So we come and raise it to Minister Patterson, that we want they help you assist we for build the bridge and them side of things. He said he's going to look into it in 2 weeks' time. And then you're not going to benefit we alone, you're going to benefit gold miners, you're going to benefit forestry, and also the loggers that there.
Meanwhile, a young unemployed electrician has also visited the Public Infrastructure's booth in order to seek a job.
I am applying with the government for a very, very long time, and especially with GPL. I talked to him already. Mr. Patterson, I bring an application, he write on it, and he say he will further it more for me.
Today represents yet another impactful government outreach. Reporter from Damon Square and Regina with videographer Anil Silal, Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
5 indigenous communities on the Essequibo coast will benefit from $3 million grants each as the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs took the opportunity to disburse checks to representatives of these communities on the sidelines of the outreach.
I am at the Region 2 RDC building across from the Damon Square where 61 Indigenous youths received grants to boost their entrepreneurial projects. The youths were drawn from Mainstay, Wayaka, St. Denis, Mashabo and Kupui. They received training under the Hinterland Employment and Youth Service Program. Officials of the respective villages poured out praise to the coalition government for providing the youths with the tools needed to become successful entrepreneurs.
We are very thankful for the government for offering this PA's initiative to all the community. Our youths have been benefiting tremendously also. There are businesses that are operating in our village like never before.
This initiative is one that was very fruitful for the communities because what I have noticed is that it has benefit not only my community, all the communities tremendously.
Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Allicock encouraged the youths to continue to persevere.
You are there as a good example of how others could follow. They don't have to reinvent the wheel. So you are the ones who have tested, you made your mistakes, you corrected them, you benefited, some of you just kept on going.
The Hinterland Employment and Youth Service Program has thus far touched the lives of some 4,000 Indigenous youths across the country. With videographer Tejpaul Bridgemahan, I am Seneca Thorne for InfoHub.
Minister of Education Dr. Nicolette Henry has announced that sweeper cleaners will soon receive their long-awaited salary increases.
A sweeper cleaner attached to the CV Newlands Primary School today left the 5th installment of the Government Comes to You outreach in Regina with exciting news for her co-workers.
I feel happy. She said that they're working on it. They have something in the finance for us, but she's not telling us everything right now until we see it. But they are working on it.
As the Ministry of Education continues its countrywide initiatives, several sweeper cleaners across Region 2 will now finally receive their salary increase, as explained by Minister of Education Dr. Nicolette Henry.
In many of the instances, the cabinet decision was not implemented, and so they were not getting their right wages. So I was able to speak with the PPO and the regional executive officer, and I trust that this matter will be resolved soonest. It also requires some amount of action at the central level. So we have to find out across the country what people are getting so that we know even before we get there, whether it is being implemented or not.
From Damon Square with videographer Akim Thomas, Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
Government ministers fanned out to various communities across the Essequibo coast to meet with more residents to listen to their concerns to find solutions. That's all for today. Remember to connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.